Well, of course, I know many of you are looking forward to our usual Tuesday feature, and that's our In Focus health correspondent, Lenore Madu, who's here to talk about a very important subject, cholera.
Cholera, indeed. It is in the news nowadays with regards to Zimbabwe. As we reported earlier, one of the many problems plaguing Zimbabwe is an outbreak of cholera. Let's get some background on the situation from Voice of America's Deborah Black.
Cholera is an infectious disease contracted by consuming contaminated food and water. Symptoms include severe diarrhea and dehydration. Bacteria in the diarrhea may infect water used by other people, spreading the disease. In Zimbabwe, a lack of chemicals for water treatment and broken sewage pipes caused the epidemic. The government says it only has enough chemicals to treat the water supply for 3 more months. Many people are now turning to unprotected wells for drinking water. This man says he will use the water, but not for drinking.
I won't drink water from this place. It's unfortunate people, they've got no alternative.
The United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, is handing out water in tanks in Harare. But the demand is so great that residents often go home empty-handed after waiting for hours. This man gave up and went to an unprotected well.
But there's a long queue. I can't take that water.
Cholera is easily treated using oral rehydration salts or an intravenous drip. But many people are dying in Zimbabwe because the health system has collapsed. Hospitals are overwhelmed and other people live too far away to get treatment. Increasing numbers of Zimbabweans are crossing the border into South Africa for treatment.
If they were having service that side, they wouldn't even walk so long or even travel such long distances, being dehydrated at the same time, coming for treatment.
Zimbabwe's government has declared a national emergency and wants additional international aid. Humanitarian groups fear the crisis will get worse unless something is done soon. Deborah Block, VOA News.
And this additional note about Zimbabwe, China says it is considering sending humanitarian aid to the cholera-stricken country. But Beijing is not joining calls for President Robert Mugabe to resign. A foreign ministry spokesman says that is an internal issue. So the situation is very critical indeed right now in Zimbabwe with regards to this outbreak of cholera. We know that recently there was an outbreak in Angola, but it seems to have been contained.
So what was done to contain it in Angola that perhaps could be a lesson for Zimbabwe?
Well, I don't think it's anything new that we haven't seen before. It's a combined effort with local government and also international agencies that have moved in to really take this issue at hand and make it work. Doctors Without Borders, the United Nations, WHO, and everybody was really together as far as fighting this issue in Angola. And I think that the word is out now for Zimbabwe. I think a lot of people are moving in to care about this.
We keep hearing how it is such a preventable and such an easily treatable condition. Why do you think it has escalated to the degree it has? Of course, in addition to the fact that the healthcare system in Zimbabwe is crumbling, it's spreading to South Africa. It really seems to be a big problem.
I think that first, the fact that it's spreading is the movement of people, because a lot of people are leaving Zimbabwe to go to other countries seeking help. We know that, as you just mentioned, the health system in Zimbabwe is failing, and also the fact that cholera is the disease that is linked to water and food. As you know, water and food are two very important survival means for humans, and anything that has to deal with water is very difficult to contain.
And bottom line is that if you have to take this water, for you to prevent the infection, you have to boil it. And if you are suffering from power shortages or lack of fuel, then the options are very limited.
Very limited indeed, and we really hope that this issue can be contained in Zimbabwe.
And very basically, keep washing your hands, washing your hands. That's one very easy way to prevent it.
And avoid raw food and make sure you boil the water.
All right, well, excellent. Wow. Thank you so much
to
Lenore Madu for joining us today. And be sure to watch for Lenore Madu every Tuesday and Thursday for the latest health news in Africa right here on In Focus.